All right, everybody. Welcome back to the What's Brewing podcast. And we're going to talk about what's brewing for Khmer, Thai, Lao New Year's. And we have some Khmer students here and a Thai student here. Unfortunately, we don't have a Lao student here, but I was going to make a joke, but I'll keep it to myself. But let's welcome our guests here. Oh, there you go. This is our second podcast, and we're still learning as we go. So let's introduce yourself here. Your name is?
My name is Colin.
My name is Audrey.
Matthew.
All right, and you are? Nationality?
I'm Cambodian.
Cambodian.
I am a Thai boy.
All right. So I'm sure you have some nostalgic memories of when you were a little child, maybe, of Cambodian New Year. You want to share one that you have that you maybe is memorable to you, Colin?
When I was younger, I would always go to like my grandparents' house, and then we would just like kind of eat a lot of food, great food, and then we would always put the incense into the little rice thing, right? Yeah, the prayers and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For our ancestors.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Audrey?
I remember going to like the temple with my family and the park because they usually have the Khmer New Year's event at the park at El Dorado.
Yeah. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. And then,
Well,
I'm sorry, what's your name again?
Matthew.
Matthew. He's not one of my students, so I don't know.
Yeah,
Nice to meet you, Matthew.
I just came in here because of Colin over here. But yeah, one time when I was little, I went to temple, and there was a lot of like grandmas and grandpas there, and they always had these little shops on the like side where you can like buy water guns and swords and whatnot. Yeah, and it's crazy because they also sell like clothes, food. It was like they sold you everything there. But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I remember most. For me as a child, when I was a lot younger, I remember just doing the powder. Run around and slap each other with powder.
Yeah.
And like we did shaving cream, and then we had like water, or it was like splashing on each other and stuff like that. That was definitely my most memorable thing about Cambodian New Year. So this year there was something that happened in Long Beach. It's something new. It's Sangrata. It was done at Long Beach City College. Were you guys aware of that?
Yeah, some of our friends like volunteered at that.
Okay, and what was the feedback you got from them who volunteered at that event on Saturday? Because we're going to talk about the parade as well, which was on Sunday.
I'm not really sure. I just know more about what happened on Sunday.
Okay, and then were you familiar with what happened at Long Beach City?
I was, unfortunately. I was at San Francisco at the time.
Oh, okay. All right, that's fine. So let's get into talking about the parade then on Sunday. So I saw both of you at the parade volunteering. And then we'll talk about like what they do in Thai Town for like their New Year's. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's start with the parade. So on Sunday there was a parade, and it was to show Cambodian heritage. And what did you do, Colin?
So our group, it was like Stop the Hate. So we were kind of like we were going around getting people to do interviews, like seeing like if they've experienced like hate crimes or hate incidents and stuff. We were also a part of like the actual parade part. We were the last group where a lot of like people were dancing, and then we were just like in the back. My job, I didn't have a job. They replaced me last second, and then they were like, "You can hold the number." Then they never gave me the number.
Yeah.
So I was just in the back walking with people. Everyone else is dancing. The people here are like holding flags and stuff. I'm just walking. So it was kind of like really awkward and boring for me. But it was really fun. At the end, they had like confetti cannons. Yeah. So it was beautiful.
Yeah, they shot that. I remember seeing that confetti cannon just shooting over a bunch of different cars that were in the parade. And Audrey, what did you do?
I just was volunteering at the booth for the Stop the Hate. I wasn't in the parade, so I was just going around asking people to take a survey for the like Stop the Hate to talk about their hate crimes, if they've been hate crimed or anything.
Okay. All right. Well, let's move on to Matthew, right?
Yeah, yes.
All right, Matthew. So let's talk about I know they do an event in Thai Town. I haven't been to one, but I've always heard about it. So I just haven't had a chance to go yet. So are you familiar and are aware of the one that they do in the LA area?
Um, Not exactly, but I do know that Thai people do celebrate like New Year's very similarly, how they Khmer and Laos celebrate it. But it's more of a religious way mostly. They're more religious about it, and they really talk about like Buddhism a lot during the parade. So like you can stop hate, but like we're also like using Buddha to help with that.
Okay. So in the Thai culture, it's like, we're all from Southeast Asia, so it's like very similar.
Yeah.
So what's one thing that you feel like distinguishes Cambodians and Thais from each other?
I feel like there is a little bit of a language barrier, but I'm gonna have to say the intensity of how how you believe in your religion mostly, because I think Thai people are a lot more religious than the other Southeasterns, and it's just like I guess it's more unique in that way.
Okay. So you guys from the Cambodian aspect, like what do you think is different for Thai and Cambodians?
I'm not really sure. I just know that like the food is really different, and yeah.
Okay. What do you think?
What was the question?
Any differences that you feel are distinguishes Thai and Cambodians?
Oh, okay. I feel like Thai and Vietnamese and maybe not Lao, but Thai and Vietnamese that are a lot more like well known. Cambodians are not that well known. Like you'll like think like, oh, Thai food, Vietnamese food, Chinese food. Nobody thinks about Khmer food really, and it's kind of sucks because Khmer food's really good.
Yeah, there are some unique dishes that is uniquely Cambodian. I'm sure there's some dishes are uniquely Thai, and there's some dishes that are uniquely Vietnamese, right? And it's maybe my sister is married to a Laos person, and so like I'm sure they have their own signature dishes as well. But for me, I have to speak on the food because the food, the food is very, very important. I didn't grow up personally doing a lot of Buddhist ceremonies and stuff like that. I mean, I went into the temple, I did all that stuff, but it wasn't like I didn't sit there and was really involved. I was like observing for the most part. So I'll be honest, I'm relatively ignorant about the Buddhist like beliefs and everything, but it's like, that's something that helps you make you a better person. I think it's great, So for me personally, like I think the food is where it's at. The language, some of it is kind of similar.
Very similar.
Like I know that when we count, we say moi pi bai bon pram, and then when we get into the 50s and the 60s and stuff, we say ha sup, sam sup, and stuff like that, and sai sup. But like in Thai, they start with like the ha sup, sam sup, sai sup. That's like their 1, 2s, and 3s, and then they go into it's a little different. So it's like a lot. There's some similar words, but like used at different, I guess, digits for when you talk about numbers. It's interesting.
Wait, so when you're counting, like, how do you count in Thai?
1 2 3 4 5 6 7
See,
8 9
how
10.
that's
Oh,
our
yeah.
70, 80, 90,
Yeah.
like
Oh, I never
30,
realized
40,
that.
50. So it's really interesting.
That's
cool.
So he
Yeah.
just confirmed it right there. Because when we say Sam Sup, we mean 30s. But when you say Sam, that means 3,
Yeah.
right? So that's something I hope I shared with you and you learned something new.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna end the show here. I'm trying to keep it under 10 minutes. What's one thing that you can say to the people who are watching that is, inspirational to keep them inspired and do what they do with their life?
Dick, you should go first.
Just like know your culture and be educated about it.
Okay.
That's ironic. We're like the two worst in the Khmer class. I'd say just it's important to distinguish differences, but it's also important to not see someone different from you because of their differences.
Yep. Agree 100%.
I would say widen your view of how you view others, I guess. Because for me, my mom really likes to like keep me like pure Thai, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I mean, we're in America. It's more of a, some people say it's a melting pot. Some people call it like a salad dish or a salad, right? Because everyone retains their own flavor of things. I just feel like, personally, just be open to everything, right? Like what you guys are saying. It's not about, oh, what's so different about it? So it's like, well, there's similarities and there's differences. We acknowledge the similarities, and then we also acknowledge the differences. So that way, it makes life a little bit more flavorful. Oh, had to do it. I had to do it. All right, well, that's it. We want to thank our guests for coming on to the show. And then thank you for tuning in to watch. This is our second podcast, guys. Cool. Congratulations. You're like one of the few starting.
Wow. Nice.
All right.